archaeologist, a regular old New Yorker, or just an American citizen is extraordinary, because here's a chance to see pieces like this one, which of course probably many of us were watching television and had a sense that these are the exact kinds of pieces that may have been looted out of Baghdad's museum. So this is a show that really brings it to home. Now, one of the other things that they're focusing on this exhibit is to talk about how this is really the cradle of much of our civilization. So the idea of writing, the concept of writing, of using this kind of cuneiform writing to actually establish the beginnings of a concept of people communicating with each other 6,000 years ago. Of course, there's a tremendous amount of different emotions for the people who are coming into this exhibit as they're thinking about the fact that just a few weeks ago, areas like that are being shown here were being bombed by the U.S. military. So there's a lot of very mixed emotions. Joining me now is Philip de Montebello, who's the director of the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Now, Philippe, you said earlier that you're worried that this might be the bulk of what is left of this part of the world in terms of this kind of artwork. True?
Well, what we have in the Art of the First Cities exhibition, we thought, when it was organized, and it's taken 5 years to do, was among the most beautiful and significant objects to have been created in ancient Mesopotamia. Today, in the light of what we know happened at the Iraq Museum in Baghdad, I fear that perhaps what we have here is just about the totality of the greatest objects that have survived from ancient Iraq, and I hope to God I'm proved over time wrong.
And extraordinarily heartbreaking. You have said two things that are somewhat controversial: that rewards should be made, and that there should be amnesty. I'm 10 seconds to just tell me you stick with this.
I'm amazed that it's controversial. How do you give an incentive to save an object unless to provide some compensation and immunity from seizure? Otherwise, you're going to destroy it or melt it down.
Thank you so much, Philippe de Montebello. The show is called Art of the First Cities. It's here at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Back to you, Leon.
All right, thanks, Maria. Maria Hinojosa in New York.